Hey, what's up everybody? This is Nightwing2303 from kicksoncord.com. Today I have a quick product review, and it is on the Shock Doctor compression sleeves and the padded arm sleeves. They had asked me to do all of these things separately. However, with these two items, I just think that it would be best to put them together because they were both compression sleeves and all that stuff, and so I can kind of compare them. But basically, this is what the box looks like. So this is just a regular compression sleeve, and then this is their ultra padded arm sleeve. It does have compression and all that stuff. This one's a little bit more amped up though. They do fit true to size. I have pretty skinny arms, so I go with the size small, and it really kind of hugs everything tightly. And as you can see, there's a small right there. But it hugs everything tightly and it works perfectly. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so here are the two sleeves. This is the padded sleeve and then this is the compression sleeve. To be perfectly honest, this compression sleeve is probably one of the best compression sleeves that I have ever used. I have plenty of sleeves. I have these guys here. These are the Nike Elite sleeves, and these things honestly, they suck. They're hardly moisture wicking, just right off the bat. They don't offer much of any compression whatsoever. I mostly wear them just because I feel like I have to have something on my arms when I'm playing. Most of these things, by the way, if you're wondering, like, hey, do compression sleeves actually make me shoot better, or whatever it is, the answer to that is just a flat out no. This is more of a aid, so this is kind of like wrapping or taping your ankles and things like that. It kind of gives you that placebo effect in your mind, and on top of that, there are some benefits to wearing something like this, which is the compression. So the benefits are very, very minor. It's not anything that's going to make you shoot like bring your shooting percentage up or anything like that, but it will just kind of let you feel better, get you a little bit more loose and all that stuff, but then keeping everything a little bit tighter and in place as far as your muscles go. So there's that, and then there's this sleeve here, which is a generic sleeve. I don't remember what this is, and I have some Under Armour one somewhere too that I don't know where it is. The Under Armour one is okay, but that one, like, even though it's a small, it fits a little big. This one's okay. There's not much compression to it. It's an off-the-wall brand. I can't remember what it is. And then this one here was my favorite. This is a small one, as you can see. This is from Nike, and I don't even know if they make these anymore. But these ones offered the most compression, and then, of course, there's this guy here, which is even better than that one. So we'll start off with this guy here. What's good about compression? Mostly it's just kind of covers your arm, just like with the Nike Elite socks and things like that, the compression socks. They cover your arm, they cover your muscles. They're supposed to keep them warm. Does it do that? I don't know. I mean, you're sweating and all that stuff, so it's kind of like it kind of cancels out whatever that effect might be. But it definitely does add compression. It keeps those muscles in place. So when you're constantly moving, especially being a shooter, you're constantly flowing, you're shooting, you're doing everything you can to get in that triple threat spot and then launch one up real quick. And this just kind of keeps everything in place. The reason why I started wearing compression sleeves in the first place is from tendonitis in the elbow, and just keeping everything tight and together helped with that pain. It did not eliminate the pain, it just helped with it. So any basketball player will tell you that products like this, just like shoes, it's not going to make you a greater player. Practice will, and all that kind of stuff. But there are things that just make you feel a little bit more comfortable, and this is one of them. Its moisture wicking capabilities are pretty crazy. Usually I'll use these arm sleeves as basically like giant sweatbands, and I'll use them to like wipe off my sweat and stuff, which is why those Nike Elite ones suck. They absorb more water than anything else. These guys here, it's like I'm wiping sweat all over my face, and so I end up having to use my shirt or my jersey, which is also dry fit, and it's the same thing. I'm just kind of like moving sweat around my face and all that stuff, which is better than not. So it does actually do that. It does work. Again, the next thing is that it's compressing my entire arm, which feels awesome. It's just like wearing compression shorts and all that kind of stuff. It's just that same effect, but on your arm and all that kind of good stuff. My favorite part about this, though, that none of my other sleeves have, is the top here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's these little lines or they're kind of like white now, but these stripes right here that go along the entire thing, they it's like a rubbery material, and it just kind of holds onto your skin, especially when it starts to get wet. So the sleeve is not constantly like drooping, and you don't have to like pull it up all the time. And that's probably like my favorite thing, just because like that's what I would have to do with all my other sleeves. You have to pull them up every so often, and this one here stays in place. And so I think this is awesome. I don't know if this is the model or not in 772, but yeah, I think that this is great. Branding is very minimal and it's very clean. I think their logo is pretty cool. Again, here is the box. So if you guys wanted to see this on their site, it's just a core compression sleeve. And right there, there are measurements if you wanted to pause the video. Make sure that it focuses though. Alright, there you go. So if you wanted to pause this, you can just see what the sizes are. I already know I'm a small, so that's just me. So, but these are the sizes and all that stuff, and you'd be measuring around your arm, not the length of it. Alright, so this is their ultra padded sleeve, and this has a number on it too. Again, I'm assuming this is the model, but it's 800. And this thing is pretty weird. I'm not used to wearing padded stuff, so this does limit your natural mobility within your arm and everything. I put this on my shooting arm first, and this pad here takes a long time to break in. As you can see, it does have cuts in it, or hopefully you can see that it's all black, but there are cuts in there so that it bends easier. However, with me being just a straight shooter, I think that this is more like hindering for me personally. So what I ended up doing is using this on my off arm. I use this on my left hand instead. So, and for that it was fine. I don't use the pads here, or I didn't find the pad here too useful, except for once in a blue moon when you do need the padding. It definitely does help. This is something that I would probably recommend for a bigger player, somebody that's more like a post player, because those guys are the ones that kind of use your elbows a lot. I usually get hit with elbows. I don't really throw them. So, you know, this for me, being small, is probably not necessary. But being a bigger guy, if I was a post player, this would definitely help out, especially because when you're down there, you're constantly, you know, like moving and all that stuff. Like Dwight, Meta World Peace, Ron Artest, and guys like that. So, you know, Josh Smith, like big post dudes, Blake Griffin, all that kind of stuff. Like, this is something that they might utilize, or someone that plays like that, where you're down low a lot and, you know, body to body and things like that. So being a guard, I'm not really bumping into people like this. Like I said, I normally get hit with an elbow. If they were wearing this while I got hit with an elbow, that would help me out. But usually I get hit with a plain ass elbow and I end up with a concussion. So but as far as that goes, that's pretty much it. The padding kind of restricts movement, so I use that on my off arm. If you're a dunker and things like that, that might not bother you. And this definitely adds compression. It feels awesome, and the coolest thing is that it's got all this micro mesh in here, all of these sections, and then these two sections here, and then this one up here. So what that does is that these tighter areas add the compression around your arm, which is like right around your elbow and all of that kind of stuff. And then everything else, your bicep, your wrist, and the open area between your elbows, so this is like mimicking the tendons and everything, that's all ventilated. So let's see if I can, so I don't know if you could see in there, but like my hand, so this is like a really well ventilated arm sleeve, which is new to me because, like I said, my old arm sleeves, the Nike ones, they just kind of like mop sweat around my face, and so this one's really letting everything air out and all that stuff while adding compression to it and protection, which is kind of interesting. And yes, these also do have those three stripes, the little rubbery things to keep it up and in place so that you're not messing around with it during the game. Again, here is just the packaging, just in case you wanted to see this. I don't recall seeing the packaging on the their website itself, but there's the sizing again, and the way to measure again is wrapping it around your arm. Okay, around your arm, not the length of your arm. So that pretty much takes care of the product reviews on the Shock Doctor arm sleeves or shooting sleeves. I personally really love this one. I think that it's awesome. It offers plenty of compression plus moisture wicking capabilities, which are fantastic. This one here, again, this might be better suited towards a big body, somebody that bangs down low. Not for me. If you are a big banger and you're guarding guys that are got their heads at your elbow height, wear one of these for their safety, because it would help me out. Getting hit with an elbow with a pad on it is like much better than getting hit in the head with an elbow with the bones. Trust me, it sucks. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. I highly recommend these. I think that these are probably like the coolest fitting and all that kind of stuff with the arm sleeves. I love this way better than that Nike Elite one. If you wear the Nike Elite one, you might know exactly what I'm talking about. They offer very little compression. So if you like compression, this is the way to go. If you don't care either way, you just need something on your arm, just kind of give you that placebo effect in your mind, just to make you feel comfortable. You could pretty much wear whatever you want. You might not need something like this. So that is pretty much it. You can get these from their website. I believe it was shockdoctor.com, but I can't remember. So I'll have the link in the description box below. So thank you guys again. Thanks for all your support, and stay tuned for the other reviews. I have the mouth guard and then the compression padding, the undergarments, the ones that's like this for your chest and for your bottom, your waist and everything. So thank you guys again, and until next time guys, have a good one.